Hi, I'm David Henderson. I'm the children's minister at Mount Zion Baptist Church in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm going to be working with the completion drills for this year's Bible drill, doing the King James Version and the ESV of each of these three verses. Our first game today is called Bible Pong, where you would take a ping pong ball and bounce into a cup to determine how many words each child should say. And if you can see, I've written numbers in the tops of the cups so they'll know how many words they have to say for that particular verse. And I've done it for the King James Version as well as the ESV. Our first verse is, "Hear my prayer, O God, give ear to the words of my mouth." Psalm 54:2. Now that's the King James Version of that verse. For our ESV churches, that reads, "O God, hear my prayer. Give ear to the words of my mouth." Psalm 54:2. And again, that's in the ES version. So all you would do is have each child take the ping pong ball, bounce it, and try to land it into a cup. The cup I landed in says 2. So that child would have to say the next 2 words for the verse. And I did a red and a green because I'm doing both versions of the verse. You can choose whichever color cup you would want to use. For our next activity, we're going to be using Job 37:14. And the game is called Bible Verse Shuffle. So what I did was take each of the words of the verse and type on some cardstock. Then you would lay these around the room in chairs that are arranged probably in a circle or a semicircle, 1 word in each chair. And then the children run and pick up a word. They should be mixed up, of course, in the chairs. And then they have to unscramble all that they've picked up and get the words in order. Again, I used black for King James Version and red for the ESV, but you would only need to do one since you're probably only doing one version of the Bible. Let's look at the verse and see what it says. Job 37:14 in the King James Version says, "Hearken unto this, O Job, stand still and consider the wondrous works of God." Job 37:14. And then in the ESV, it says, "Hear this, O Job, stop and consider the wondrous works of God." Job 37:14. So that's our second game. And then for the third game, we did the party hat shuffle, basically. I wrote a word of the verse on each of the party hats, and you would arrange these on the floor or on a table, mixed up, and then the children would take a hat, put it on their head with the verse showing in the front, and then they have to help each other unscramble the words to make the verse in that particular version. This is the King James Version that I have unstacked here, and then over here I have the ESV version as well. The words to the verse are Proverbs 8:33. In King James it says, "Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not." Proverbs 8:33. And then the ESV version says this, "Hear instruction and be wise, and do not neglect it." Proverbs 8:33. And those are the 3 games that I have for completion for these verses. I hope you have a great time as you rock in Bible drill this year.